And things are moving very fluidly in regard to Julian Assange. He is, in fact, talking to Fran Kelly on Radio National. Let's take a listen.
In relation to the Twitter subpoenas for over a year now.
Talking about taking legal action.
Involves the ACLU, etc., etc. So they're playing word games here. The games that they're playing is that the grand jury needs to conclude. On the conclusion of the grand jury process, and the grand jury is a device, judicial device, if you like. It's not seen to be part of the executive. And so they can say that they are not about to extradite because the grand jury has not yet concluded. On the conclusion of the grand jury, the Department of Justice will take the indictments of the grand jury and pursue the matter. But they're certainly expending a vast amount of resources. I mean, just today it was discovered that a contract put out by the Department of Justice for $1 to $2 million to maintain the WikiLeaks computer system that the Department of Justice is running. $1 to $2 million contracted to Mantec as a matter of public record just discovered today.
So you're clearly agitated, understandably, if you believe that the US is preparing this extradition treaty for you. Therefore, your future is very much up in the air. You're waiting to hear whether the Ecuadorian government will give you protection. Do you feel cornered? Because the British police are saying that if you set foot outside that embassy, you will be arrested.
Well, I think an important question is, why aren't I in the Australian embassy? That's the real question.
Why didn't you seek protection in the Australian embassy?
Because Nicola Roxon, after very reasonable requests made by my lawyer Jennifer Robinson to her in a half-an-hour meeting, and following reasonable requests by one of the most celebrated human rights lawyers who represents me here in the UK, Gareth Pearce, asking them to ask for very simple conditions of the Swedes and the United States, such as that if I was imprisoned in the United States and I could serve my sentence in Australia, refused any of those requests, refused to consult in any expedition to the United States, refused to be involved in any of those discussions, refused to ask that the Swedes come and solve this matter by simply speaking to me in the UK, etc. So this is an effective declaration of abandonment. There is not a single matter of concern under which the Australian government, as represented by the Attorney General, would ask other governments to be reasonable or just in this case.
Again, I put that to the Attorney General yesterday. Do you want to hear her? Let's hear her response.
Yeah.
I totally reject that he has been abandoned by the government. We've offered support to him through consular services. We've made representations to the British government, to the Swedish government, to the US government.
That's what the Attorney General said yesterday and the government has also said that you have received as much or more consular support as anybody else has in matters like this. Well,
there is no matter like this at all. Everyone knows that. But, maybe up until this recent case in Libya, maybe that's true even. The Australian government simply does not support its people. There's a journalist, Austin McCall, who's trapped in Egypt, and he also has exactly the same complaints that I have. These are empty words. When you hear this word consular assistance, I haven't met with anyone from the Australian High Commission since December 2010. What are they talking about?
So you've had no consular contact with the Australian High Commission? Well, since 2010?
They send SMS messages. Does Mr. Assange have any concerns? But we know what this is for. This is so they can just tick off a box. And yes, we formally put our concerns to the Attorney General, and the response was dismissal in every single area.
And have you formally put to the Australian government, asked them to seek reassurances from the US about any plans to extradite you, and what those answers are?
Yes, we have formally put requests to Nicola Roxon and DFAT to ask of the United States. I can't remember the exact request, but for instance, the prisoner transfer arrangements and so on. And she rejected this in every single area. In relation to this sort of clever rhetoric that's being used at the moment, when they say that we have not received evidence from the United States, that they plan to extradite. Of course not. At the moment, the matter is before the grand jury. Until it comes out of the grand jury, there will be no such evidence afforded. And you look at other questions of Gillard, for example, where the follow-up question is, to the Foreign Minister.
So,
is there any indication from the US? Is there any evidence from the US that they'll extradite Mr. Assange? And the Foreign Minister says, "Oh no, of course not." Follow-up question: have you asked for any evidence? No.
So, Julian Assange, let's go to what's next for you. If Ecuador doesn't grant you asylum, what's Plan B?
Well, we're in a position to draw attention to what is happening. The Department of Justice in the United States has been playing a little game, and that little game is that they refuse to confirm or deny the existence of a grand jury. And as a result, the press goes, "Oh, well, they don't confirm it, and therefore we can't really write about it." That's not true. There's public record everywhere. There's multiple witnesses everywhere. There's testimony in military courts about the existence of what is happening in these 48,000 pages, and that the founders and managers of WikiLeaks are amongst the subjects. So we hope that what I am doing now will simply draw attention to the underlying issues. In a case where the truth is on your side, what is most against you is lack of scrutiny. So, I welcome the lack of scrutiny. People should welcome the scrutiny. People should go to justiceforassange.com and they can read about some of these issues.
Okay.
And good journalists in Australia, such as Philip Dorling, who's been heroic in his exploration of the FOI traffic between Australia and the US, are also showing that there are serious issues here, and they are being hidden through the slimy rhetoric coming out of the US ambassador to Australia by Gillard and by the Foreign Minister, and that needs to stop.